5 things that Smite 2 needs to do differently. Let's get into it. Bam. 5 things that Smite 2 gameplay needs to get right. Number 1, they need different mana bars so we can have different types of characters. Like Yamoja's mana bar, which is Omi, Kukulkan's mana bar, which is Rage, and kind of like how Thana can use his health instead of mana, or not instead, but he still uses mana, but is way reduced values for his mana usage, and because it takes some from his health. We need more things like that in the game so there can be more diversity between gods. And you can use one thing to your advantage, like let's say you have a way bigger mana pool early and you can just spam your abilities more often. And then that's how you win the trade against your lane opponent, is by just using a whole bunch of abilities and just poking them out 24/7. But your abilities do really low damage. Or you could have something like Thana, where instead of having instead of using mana, you use your health, but you get a better return on what your abilities do. Like your abilities just do straight up more damage, or something, blah 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 blah. And it can even work off current health, and the higher health you are, the more damage you can do, and because the more damage it's going to take, since it's current health, you would want it to be max health, or that'd be pretty bad. But just something like that would be really nice to have. Number 2 is unique items like timeline, or pretty much a lot of starters. So starters, ultimate tree, and the earring tree. Ultimate tree has Erendite, Fell Knot, those kind of items, and the earring tree has Bobble and Griffin Wings. The thing too I want to point out, both of those in the earring tree, Griffin Wing and Bobble, manipulate your inherent stats and how they work. Bobble giving you a 10% increased cooldown cap, while Griffin Wings lets you attack 40% faster, or have your animation play 40% faster, not even just attack speed. And I think items like that will really give you a sense of like having freedom to do what you want with your character, even if it's at a cost like Bobble, really expensive now. They used to like reduce your protections. Also, you can include the mass tree in here. I think that was really unique and done. Okay, it was. They had two really broken. They were all broken at one point, so just hone it in a little bit. But they're already making good process on that with activated items. I know 2 items. One's a stasis, where everyone inside a circle will be frozen and can't take damage nor can be CC'd, but they're frozen, so I guess they're already CC'd, but they just can't take damage and can't move. So that's one really good one that's unique. And another one is gonna be one that makes you a giant and increases your basic attack damage from what I saw. I'm pretty sure you can still use abilities in it, but I don't fully know. They didn't show too much off, but they just did show you get giant in one of the dev notes. Number 3, unique god design. Kind of ties into mana bar, but it's a little bit different. What I mean by unique god, like gods that we haven't seen, they add something new to Smite. Like when Persephone first came out, she had her tether mechanic on her ultimate, her revival mechanic, just stuff like that. That really changes how the game is played. Just literally anything like that, and they're probably definitely gonna do that with Smite 3, just because they have more, or Smite 2, just because they have more mechanics to pull from and more systems. So unique god design, definitely one thing that needs to be up there. And number 4, it's okay to have hard gods that are OP. It's fine. Even if only the top 5% of players can play them, or someone that really trains with that god can play them, it's fine to have hard gods in the game. Not every god needs to be easy. And if a god is hard, that doesn't mean they need to be absolutely bad. So newer players can compete with, like, I don't know, like when Persephone was really good. The reason why you have that person be really good is because the amount of skill it takes to execute them well at a top level. Because if making one mistake is a difference between that guy being bad and good, then I think that guy should be not OP, maybe overpowered, but like definitely top, in the top percent of cases. Especially now, since SPL is not going to be isn't here nor that big. And then lastly, from gameplay department, remove one shots from the game, man. Like it's ridiculous that we have one shots. And usually it's only mages that have one shots. I don't know any other class that can literally one shot you 100 to 0 in one ability. Usually the ultimate, but just one ability in general. Like Thoth ult can one shot you literally. Raw ult gets pretty close to one shotting you, but still does a incredible amount of damage. But I would say raw ult is harder to hit than Thoth ult. Like if you're gonna give someone a one shot ability, it can't be easy to hit. And you can't hit the whole entire team with it too. That's that's just crazy, especially having that long of range on it too. So just remove it from the game, or not the ability, but just remove one shots in general, and just reduce the damage. Like make it like Giannis ultimate, where it can only do 75% of your HP. So you just don't get sniped from the other side of a wall by a Thoth ult because you walked over a ward that you didn't know were there. And then also make it easy to kill early in the early game, because not being able to kill someone early when they make a mistake it feels bad. Like, yeah, they don't want too much snowball in the game, but if you make it that bad a mistake, you should be punished for it for sure by the jungler or just whoever is there, whether it's your lane opponent or not. So those are the top 5 things to change for Smite 2. Thank you.